Ave Satanis, Ave Father Satan, Ave King Lucifer, Ave Lord Belial, Ave Lord Leviathan, Ave Beautiful Queen Lilith, Ave Queen Astaroth, Ave King Asmodeus, Ave King Asmodee, Ave King Pazuzu, Ave Lord King Paimon, Ave Lord Paimon, Ave King Asmodeus, Ave King Asmodee, Ave King Azazel, Ave Lord Dandelion, Ave Lord Croxel, Ave Lord Florius, Ave and hail to every demon and every demoness that's in existence. Yeah, number one, I want to wish Father Satan a happy Father's Day, because he is, anybody that's a true Satanist, Father Satan is their dad, their father. I consider him my father. And that's the way it is. Yeah, with that being said, like, and any Satanist, any person that considers herself a Satanist and calls herself a Satanist, the ones that, that are theistic Satanists, spiritual Satanists, traditional Satanists, demonolators, necromancers, things of that nature. But obviously I'm leaving out Levian, and obviously I'm going to leave out Levian, and I'm going to leave out not just Levian, but I'm going to leave out the ones in the Temple of Satan as well. Because in my honest opinion, they're not Satanists. They're just atheists. Period. And I don't have no quirks with any. I don't have no quirks with any of them. Okay? I love actually the Baphomet statue that Temple of Satan has, but that's the only thing about them that I like. I really do not like the, I tell you what I really do not like, and that's the, I really do not like the, what they call themselves, because they call themselves Satanists, and they're not Satanists, they're fucking atheists. If you're Satanist, you obviously believe in Father Satan and the demonic divine. If you're not, then you don't. That makes you an atheist, in my books. And it always has, and it always will. And the same thing with the Church of Satan. They're atheists, and they'll tell you they're atheists. They have on their websites that they're atheists. Same as Temple of Satan. They have on theirs that they're atheists as well. So why in the hell call yourself a Satanist if you're an atheist? That's what I don't get that. I really don't. That has really bothered me for a very long time. Like it has. It honestly has. That has bugged me for as long as I can remember. And for as long as the Temple of Satan has been, known to people. But I can understand the Temple of Satan wanting equal rights, the people that are in the Temple of Satan wanting equal rights and all that shit. Like, belief system-wise. But the thing is I don't think any government is ever going to pass it. No matter where the government is. Then there's no way that's going to be passed. Anything like that's going to be passed until the Antichrist arrives, until our great Antichrist arrives. He's already here, I'd say, but he just hasn't revealed himself yet. But the way the world is turning, the way the world is going now, it's sure as hell not going to be long. I believe that much for sure. But with that being said, they also, people that are true to Satanism, they definitely need to do lots of research. Okay? Especially if you're new. If you're new to the left-hand path in general, not just Satanism, like the left-hand path in general, be it, whether it's, no matter what part of the left-hand path it is. If you want to be solid in your beliefs, or try to be as solid as you can in your beliefs, first thing you have to do is you honestly have to read a lot. You really do. I'm not bullshitting. Well, just give me a second here. I just got to open up a bottle of Pepsi I bought. Promoting Pepsi again. Well, that being said, promoting Pepsi aside, and no, I don't get anything out of it because I don't get enough views. I don't get enough views on my videos, or I don't get enough likes. But that being said, I don't do my videos for, you know, sure, it would be nice to get a lot of views and a lot of likes or unlikes or whatever. But that being said, that'll never happen. If it does, it'd be a miracle. That's for sure. But anyway, that's probably partly because of the topics that I talk of, and partly because I'm a Satanist, a true Satanist. 666% true. I'm a fucking lone wolf. I'm a wolf. I'm a timber wolf. And among the wolves, I'll eat the fucking pack. I'll eat the whole works full. All of them. After we're finished with our deer, or finished with our caribou, or what elk, or whatever the fuck we eat whatever is meat. Being carnivores. But anyway, that being said, we have to. I was told last night. I was talking to somebody last night, and they told me that they think that a guy in one of the other groups. I don't know how gullible this person is, but I will say that she's kind of very gullible to believe this guy's bullshit. Okay. Well, she says she doesn't believe it now, but obviously it's still in her mind, or she wouldn't have mentioned it to me. She said that she said that one of her friends, and I'm not going to name her friend, or I'm not going to name her, but the friend she's talking about is also a friend of mine on social media. And she was talking about them having this guy being possessed. Her words, not mine. And apparently, they both think that this guy is possessed by not King Asmodeus, but by a lesser spirit, a little lesser spirit. Not a demonic, they never even said not a demon. You know. But the only reason I can guarantee you, and I know I'm right, I don't know how this person can even believe this crap. And that's the truth. I really don't know how this person can even believe this bullshit. Because that's all it is bullshit. Because all this guy does is, when he does videos, he tries to speak in a dark voice. He can't even do that right. He tries to roll his eyes in the back of his head. He can't even do that right. Like, he rolls them partially, and that's it. And when he does roll them partially in the back of his head, he, you know, no, it just don't work. And he tries to speak in a dark voice. But almost every time he does a video, he's either high or he's drunk. And the same thing with one of the other guys who pretends they're possessed. He pretends he's possessed. This guy pretends he's possessed by. You'll love this. This guy pretends he's possessed by King Asmodeus. Okay? And the other guy pretends he's possessed by King Pazuzu. Now, I'll put my life on the line right here in this video and say that I can promise you right now, the guy that says he's possessed by Pazuzu, every time he does a video also, he's loaded drunk and he's high. Every time. Never fails. And, on top of that, they always are fucking, when, like I said, when they do it, they're high and they're drunk, or they're half drunk, or quarter drunk, or feeling good, or whatever, or they got a good buzz going, and they both pretend to do the same shit. Like the one that pretends he's possessed by King Asmodeus, pretends that, like I said, he pretends, because I can guarantee he's not possessed. He might be schizophrenic, which that is very possible. He could have schizophrenia and bipolar and be in psychosis. That's very possible. And so could his buddy. He could be too. But I can guarantee you they're not possessed. And I can put my life on the line right now and say that the guy that, I know for a fact, the guy that that says he's possessed by King Pazuzu does not know King Pazuzu's demonic in. I know that for a fact. I'll put my baby finger on it. Like, if he knew King Pazuzu's true, knew King Pazuzu's true demonic in, he would be blabbering it all over the place. That's just the way he is. And if he knew it, like his true demonic in, King Pazuzu's true demonic in, I'd chop my baby finger off. And I'm not joking, I really would. And it wouldn't bother me. I'd chop my baby finger off and I'd go to the hospital, get bandaged up and whatever. That'd be it. I wouldn't get the finger attached. Fuck that. I'd just fucking I'd keep the finger so I can dissolve it and use the bone. Actually, that'd be pretty cool, to be honest with you. It's a good thought, though, isn't it? Yeah, actually it is, too, come to think of it. But anyway, get all back to seriousness. No, I can promise you right now that neither one of them are possessed. But there's a couple people that are on my friends list. One of them I was talking to last night. She thinks that, actually she believes, to be honest with you. Her friend believes that one of them is possessed. The one that says he's possessed by King Asmodeus, her friend believes that he's possessed, but not by King Asmodeus, but by a lesser spirit than King Asmodeus. But in return, I will say this. No, he's not. I will say this. No, he isn't. And I would put my life on the line and say he's not. And actually, that's what I'm going to name this video. People that pretend they're possessed by great demons. Or Father Satan, or King Lucifer. Because one thinks he's possessed by King Asmodeus. Listen to this one. Now, this is a good one. I never ever mentioned this one. One of them, okay, you already know about the one that thinks he's possessed by King Asmodeus. Okay? Pretends he's possessed. The other one pretends he's possessed by King Pazuzu. And there's a third one in on the mix, which I hardly ever mention. This one thinks he's possessed by King... This one, and the other two believe it, because they all act the same way. Act like idiots. This other one, the third one, pretends he's possessed by King Lord Belial. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and it's daylight outside right now. Well, it is, but, you know... And I'm not joking, I'm dead serious. Like, one honestly thinks he's possessed by Lord Belial. One honestly thinks he's possessed by King Pazuzu. And one honestly thinks he's possessed by King Asmodeus. Now, in all honesty, and I'm being 100% honest. In all honesty, what a load of bullshit. This is the biggest load of shit I ever heard in my life. And the thing about it is the people that are in there, they have a group on Facebook. They got no website. They haven't got a YouTube channel. No, I don't think they do. I know they don't have a website. But they're still on social media. And the thing about it is they're pretending all this stuff, pretending they're possessed and all that. They're not real, and they're forgetting about one main thing. They're actually forgetting about the most important thing. King Pazuzu, Lord Belial, King Asmodeus are fucking real. 100%, they're 666% real. 100% genuine and real. And I can guarantee you right now, all while you're doing your bullshit, pretending you're this and pretending you're that, pretending you're possessed when you're not, that's called mocking. Okay? In my eye, that's mocking. And I'm not joking, I'm being dead serious. In my honest opinion, that's mocking. And I can guarantee you right now, as true as I'm talking to you, as true as I'm making this video, I can promise you right now, they're going to pay so dearly for that, it is unbelievable. It's unbelievable the way they're going to pay for that. And that I know 100% 666% fact. I can promise you right now. Because Lord Belial, the guy that's acting as Lord Belial, he got no idea what he's messing with, man. He really doesn't. And I'm not joking either. I'm being dead serious. The same thing with King Pazuzu. That other guy has no idea what he's dealing with. And the same thing with King Asmodeus. That guy has no idea what he's messing with. And like I told a friend of mine, I said I can guarantee, and a sister of mine, I said I can guarantee you right now, three of them guys are going to end up in one of three places. Okay. Number one, my first choice is going to be a psychiatric ward, and they're going to be took to an emergency department, took to a psychiatric ward, and they're going to be talking about, oh, I'm King Asmodeus, or I'm King Pazuzu, or I'm Lord Belial, and then they're going to be drugged. Heavily. And not narcotics, not pain medication, anything like that. Psychiatric drugs. Strong psychiatric drugs. And the psychiatrist is going to say, well, you're schizophrenic. Psychiatrist is going to say, you're schizophrenic, you're fucking... Well, he's not going to swear. I didn't mean it either at the time. Just slipped. Psychiatrist is going to say that you're schizophrenic, you're bipolar, you're in psychosis. Here's the drugs for you. Number one. Number two, psychiatrist is going to say, I think you're schizophrenic, I think you're in bipolar, I think you have bipolar also, and I think that you're in psychosis, so heavy medication for you. The third one, I think you're schizophrenic, I think you're bipolar, and I think I think you're in psychosis, so we got heavy drugs for you. Now, I don't know about in the States. I don't know about in the United States or about in Sweden. I don't know about in the United States. I don't know about in Sweden. I don't know about in England or in Europe, or what medications or in South America, what medications they would use there. But I do know, if it was here in Canada, they would definitely be on Seroquel. That's for sure. I know that for a fact. And I've been told that taking Seroquel, if you're not used to taking them, or even if you're used to taking them, and if you're not used to taking them, and if you even get 100 milligrams, it feels like you're walking underneath water. That's what I was told. So that must hit you hard. And on top of that psychosis, they give you in the States, I don't know what they give you. I know they give Florazine, but I don't know if they give clonazepam. Well, now, hold on. I don't know if they give clonazepam or not. Not clonazepam, clonazepam. Clonazepam is an antipsychotic drug, the same as Seroquel here in Canada. But they usually give it in needles. That way, you can't get hyper. You can't, if you start getting hyper later on, or if you can't say, well, I took my medication, but you didn't. That's why they give you needles, so that you will take your medication. That's number one. But I'd say probably they'll end up on Florazine, and then eventually they'll probably within 3 months, maybe 6 months, the most, they'll end up doing what they call the Florazine shuffle, which basically means you drag your feet or your neck. On a lot of antipsychotics, there's a lot of side effects, and your neck goes through the side on some of them. You walk funny. You shuffle your feet when you're walking. You don't try to, but you just do. That's just the way it works. That's just side effects from them. And they're going to end up, like I just said, 3 of them are going to end up either in a psych ward, in a psychiatric ward, okay? And they're going to be in there for a long time. They're not just going to be in there for an overnight stay. This is going to be a long time visit, not 2-3 days, not a holiday. And that's the psych ward covered. And besides the psych ward, now you have the psych ward, and then either that, or they're going to get to the point that they're going to get that they're going to get to the point that they're going to either end up in the psych ward, end up killing themselves, offing themselves. You know, they're going to end up offing themselves. Or they're going to end up in jail for doing something stupid. And believe you me, I'm not joking when I say that. I'm dead serious. Me personally, I really don't care what happens to either one of the three. And that's the truth, I really don't. I care less about them than I do, well, I care probably about the same thing about them as I do the keyboard Satanists. Which is 0. And I'm not joking, I'm dead serious. And I used to be friends with them three. Well, I wouldn't even call it friends, because now we're called friends, because I just listened to their shit for a while, and then I left the group. As soon as I found out what bullshit was being pumped. But, that being said, I, when I left that group, I knew what was going to happen. I knew the group's still going, but what gets me is there's still people that listen to their drama bullshit. Because all it is drama. That's all they pump is drama, drama, drama. They're worse than teenage girls. Like, teenage girls don't cause, you know, teenage females don't cause so much drama as these guys do. It's ridiculous. And they're supposed to be they're supposed to be hardcore Satanists. All they are is attention whores. The three of them. All they're looking for is attention. And anybody that can give it to them. They'll pump them full of any lie they got to pump them full of. And what gets me is there's still people, apparently there's still people even in their groups. I don't know how the hell that happened, that people stayed in their groups, but they did. I really don't either, and that's the truth. I don't know how people stayed in their groups. I honestly don't. With that, I'm going to let you go. Ave Satanis, Ave Lucifera, Ave Lord Belial, Ave Lord Leviathan, Ave Great King Asmodeus, Ave Great King Lucifer, Ave Lord Pazuzu, Ave Great King Pazuzu of the Southwest. And yes, Pazuzu does have a demonic in. And yes, I do know Pazuzu. It took me a while. It took me a while to find King Pazuzu's demonic in, but I found it. It took me a while to find it, but I found it. It took me a long while to find it, actually. But I did find it, which is very good. I'm glad I did. But I wouldn't have found it without the help of a friend of mine. And speaking of that friend, him and his girlfriend, I'll show it. I'll do a video after, actually, and I'll show you a plaque that they both made me and sent me. And they can make the plaques of any design you want them made in, like any demon's sigil you want. They can make it in. They made mine of King Asmodeus's. But if I knew then what I knew now, I would have got them to make it of King Lucifer. Because I had to get a couple more tattoos now. I know I'm getting Lord Belial's on me. Lord Belial sigil. And I think I'm getting another sigil of King Lucifer on me, maybe. Maybe. But or another one of Queen Lilith, maybe. That's possible. I'm not going to say I'm not going to say 100% for sure. But it's very, very possible. But with that, I'm going to let you go because this video is getting kind of long. Ave Satanis, Ave Lucifera, Ave Lord Belial, Ave King Pazuzu, Ave King Azazel, Ave Father Satan. And it's Father's Day, so today hails Father Satan. I'm going to do a blood ritual tonight, or that's my plan, later on the night. That's my plan anyway. I don't know if it'll work out, but that's my plan, to do a blood ritual later on tonight. But that one thing has nothing to do with the other. I usually never tell no one when I'm doing it, because it's just between me and Father. And whichever demon or demoness that I'm doing it to. Hail Satan, Ave Satanis. And I love every one of my true brothers and sisters. My true brothers and sisters, that is, I love. The fakes, the phonies, the wannabes, they can all batter the fuck. I don't care what happens to them. Just like I don't care what happens to them three guys that are making... See, the thing is, they're making fun of three demons, okay? And they're not lower. They're not in the demonic hierarchy, the way that the Carte and people have them classified, right? They're not just fucking making fun of normal. They're not making fun of lower class demons. These are high class demons they're making fun of. when, you know, whether... And the thing about something else that gets me too, okay? Here they are. Okay, here they are pretending that they're possessed by demons, right? 3 of them pretending they're possessed by demons. But I can remember looking at videos belonging to them like way back when, like months and months and months and months and months and months and months ago. And the 3 of them would say that, or I don't know about 3 of them, but 2 of them for sure. The one that pretends he's possessed by Pazuzu, and the one that pretends he's possessed by King Asmodeus, said that they don't even believe that Father Satan exists, or King Lucifer exists, or any of the demonic exist. Okay, so how the fuck is that going to work out? You don't believe they exist, but yet you're pretending that you're possessed by them. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of sense to that one, I must say. That one really makes true sense. But with that, I'm going to let everybody go. Ave Satanis, Ave Lucifera, Ave Lord Belial, Ave Lord Leviathan, Ave beautiful Queen Lilith, Ave King Asmodeus, Ave King Asmodee, Ave great, beautiful, strong, powerful Father Satan, Ave beautiful Queen Lilith, the true mother of every demon, and the true mother of all, and the true queen of the night. And I'll talk to everybody next. Have a good evening. Bye. Ave Satanis.